Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to lead you guys through a quick and fast full body stretch. So this would be perfect for the evening after a long day. Stretch out with me and then get ready for bed. So we're actually going to start in a comfortable seated position. Place your hands wherever are comfortable. Just make sure you have a block close by for the end of our practice. So let's just close down through the eyes. Let's start by drawing our shoulders up and down the back. No matter where we have come from in our day, whatever has happened, just give yourself a few moments here in stillness to just be present. Notice how the body feels. And take a gentle scan into what you may relax and soften. Beginning to intentionally draw the breath in and out of the nose. Using big belly breaths to draw that breath in and out. And tonight, as we draw a little bit more of some slower movements to the body, still try and be just as connected to that big, deep breath. Let's open the eyes. Draw your hands to heart center. Start with a big breath in here. Then on your exhale, interlace the hands. Push the palms to the center of your space. Round your back and draw your chin towards the chest. Breathe in between the shoulder blades. Big breaths in and out of the nose. And then inhale, reach the fingertips forward, lengthen the spine straight, reach through the crown of the head. And now exhale, draw the left arm back and twist open as you bend the elbow way towards the back of your space. Twist your heart open towards the left. Can you reach that right arm just a little bit forward further? And then inhale, reach both arms forward. Reach through the fingertips and through the crown of the head. And then exhale, interlace the hands. Push the palms towards me and round through the spine. Draw the chin towards the chest. Take a big breath into the shoulder blades. And a big breath out. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine, reach the crown of the head, fingertips towards me. And then exhale, now twist towards the right, bend the elbow at the right, draw your heart open towards the right, any amount. And then inhale, draw yourself forward. Exhale, interlace the hands, push the palms towards me as you round through the spine, chin towards the chest. Let's move a tiny bit quicker. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head, fingertips towards me. Big, deep exhale, bend through the elbow to the left and twist the heart open to the left, any amount. Inhale, reach fingertips forward. Exhale, interlace the hands, push the palms to meet, round through the spine, chin towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen, reach the crown of the head high, fingertips towards me. Last time, exhale, twist towards the left, towards the right as you reach the left fingertips towards me. Inhale, reach forward. Now just exhale, draw your hands to heart center, big breath in, and then full breath out. Release the hands behind you, tent the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart high. Then use the support of those hands so you can roll back on those sitting bones to switch the cross of your legs to the opposite way. Lengthen through the spine. Place your hands where is comfortable. Big breath in. And then big breath out. Now inhale, reach the arms up. Now just take a moment, exhale, twist towards the right. Place the left hand on the left thigh. Lengthen through the spine and place your right hand behind your sacrum. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the heart a little higher. Big inhale. Slow exhale, draw yourself back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now exhale, moving left. Place the left hand behind sacrum. Right hand comes towards the thigh. Inhale, lengthen and reach the heart high. Use the exhale to twist. Keep those big breaths moving in and out. Big inhale. And slow exhale, come back to center. From here, let's lengthen both of our legs forward. And then flex the toes so that you draw your toes towards the shin. You can wiggle your bum around to make sure you find those sitting bones. And keep a micro bend to those knees to keep the backs of the legs nice and safe. Take an inhale, reach the arms up as high as you can, lengthen through the spine. First, exhale, draw your hands behind you, tense your fingers. Feel this long, straight spine with these straight legs. Notice how this feels for you. If you can move deeper, come with me. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then on the exhale, reach the arms way forward. See where they land. And then coming with a straight, long spine. Instead of rounding forward, keep that long, straight spine. Shoulders draw away from the ears. And then use gravity to slowly allow the spine, the chest to melt a little bit deeper towards those shins. Hands can come for feet, round. Now the chin towards the chest as you get a little deeper. You can close the eyes and take 3 deep, heavy breaths here. And as you're here, can you keep the feet active? Pressing through the big mound of the toes. One more breath. And then release the feet if you have them, or shins. Slowly use your fingertips to come up one vertebrae at a time with support. From here we can plant our hands behind us with fingertips towards glutes. Plant both feet on the ground. And then press into the feet, press into the hands, lift the hips up for a reverse table pose. You can squeeze the shoulder blades together. And try and lift those hips as high as you can. Big inhale. Then exhale, lower the hips down. Let's come back to that straight leg pose to start. So finding your sitting bones by maybe wiggling around a little bit. From here, let's draw the right knee in towards the chest. Then externally rotate through the hip so we can draw the sole of that foot into the thigh of the left. And from here, inhale, lengthen through the spine as much as you can. Flex the toes of the left towards you. And then stay here if it is enough. Or let's just slowly, with that long, straight spine, begin to fold forward any amount. So hands can come to shin or foot. As you become lower, you can draw that chin a little bit closer towards chest. And then goal some days to draw that chin towards your shin. Just like before, have 3 deep intentional breaths in this passive forward fold. One more big breath in. And one more big breath out. Release the hands if they've grabbed anything and draw attention to the core. Use the supportive hands to come slowly up, one vertebrae at a time. Let's plant our right hand behind our sacrum, behind our glutes. We're going to roll up for a back bend on the shin here on the right and the sole of the left foot. So plant the whole foot, back hand down with fingertips towards whatever's behind you. We'll sweep this left hand around to come up on the sole of the foot and the shin. Reach way back towards the back of your space. If the head is ever uncomfortable here, you can place the hand behind the head to support the neck. Big breath in. And exhale slowly, releasing down. Let's draw those legs back to center to set up for the other side. So again, do some wiggling, find those sitting bones. And now we'll move towards the left side. Draw that left leg into chest. Externally rotate through the hip so we can draw that sole of the foot towards the right thigh. From here, draw your chest towards the right. And inhale, lengthen through the heart. Notice the sensations that are coming up in the body right now. Maybe this is enough for you. If you can go deeper, you can draw intention to the spine, length through the spine. And then slowly coming down one vertebrae at a time. And can you keep that long, straight, intentional spine as you do this? And you can draw again that gentle tuck of the chin just to keep that nice length through the spine, through the cervical spine. Let gravity do its work with these 3 breaths, allowing your body to sink a little bit deeper. And allowing that one more breath to move through the body here. Release the hands wherever they are to the floor. And use the strength of hands and intention of core to come all the way back up. Long, straight spine. So now again, the left hand plants with the full hand behind you. Fingertips to whatever's behind you. We're going to come up on the shin of the left and the sole of the right foot. Let's sweep this right arm around to lift ourselves up. Lift the hips up high. Reach way back towards that back wall, back space in your room. And again, this right hand can place behind the head to support the neck if this is uncomfortable. Squeeze through the glutes, stretch through the front body. Big inhale, and exhale slowly coming down. So let's place the soles of both feet on the ground. And then give yourself a hug. Hug hold of those shins. Lengthen through the spine. You can take a moment to close down through the eyes. Draw the shoulders away from ears. Big inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. And from here, you can plant the hands behind you. Just drop your legs from side to side, just to let go through the hips. So my feet are about mat distance apart as I move side to side here. And then let's find stillness at center. Bring this block so it's a little close by you, by your hips. Hug your knees into chest and we'll slowly roll all the way down. And so coming down, hug your knees in towards the chest. And you can give yourself a gentle rock side to side here. letting the tailbone fall heavy. From here, take a big breath in. Then exhale, release the soles of the feet towards the ground. From here, we're going to tickle the heels with the fingertips just to make sure our feet are hip distance apart. And then from here, ground down through the feet. On an inhale, press into the feet. Lift the hips up for a bridge pose. So as we do this, we're trying to create big space between our chin and chest. We're having active glutes. And then we're also trying to drive our shins towards the front of our space. Keep the soles of the feet, the arches, active and lifted. Big breath in. Then exhale slowly, lower down the spine, one vertebrae at a time. From here, let's draw our arms into a T or a cactus shape, right out from our shoulders. We're going to draw into a supine twist, so we're going to press into the feet, lift the hips up and over a tiny bit towards the left side of our mat and release them down. And then just gently drop your knees now towards the right. Personally, I love to make a 90-degree angle with my knees and hips, stacking them right on top of each other. I find it's a really nice and juicy stretch for the thoracic spine. If this is too much, you can take that block and place it in between the knees or place it underneath the bottom thigh so it lifts and supports you up from the ground. So close down through the eyes. And last step here can just be to drop your chin towards the opposite side, so towards the left. And deep intentional breaths. Two more big breaths. A nice little sensation we can draw in here is try and lengthen that top left hip towards the bottom of your mat. Feel like you're lengthening this entire side body as you press that top hip. You can use your hand or just use the strength of your body to draw it towards the bottom of your mat. Take one more inhale, and then one more exhale. Let's draw ourselves back to center, press into the feet to lift the hips up, and back to neutral. And so when I mean neutral, I mean lift your hips back so that those hips are back in center. Your spine is back in the center of your mat. Let's open back our arms into a T or a cactus shape. Then press into the feet to lift the hips up and over towards the right and down. And using an exhale breath to drop the legs now towards the left side of your mat. And again, you can stack them in that 90-degree shape that I like, or using props as support as you place maybe a block or a pillow in between the knees to really support your body. Close the eyes and you can drop your head now towards the right. Deep, intentional breaths. And for the last two breaths, again, you can try this little tilt, drawing that right side of the hip towards the top, the bottom corners of your mat there. Feeling a tiny bit of length through the side there, just to get a little bit deeper of a stretch here. Take a big inhale, then use your exhale to move any props and come back to center. So one more time, we can press into the feet to lift the hips up. Place the spine back to neutral. And if you need a moment to move your hips side to side or hug your knees into chest, you can take that moment now. And so one of our last poses we will do here is to grab hold of our block, and we're going to set up for a supported bridge pose. So make sure those feet are hip distance apart by tickling the heels with the fingertips. And then press into the feet to lift the hips up to place a block underneath the sacrum. So I'm going to place my block on the lowest level because we're going to take a couple of steps to go into supported waterfall. So I would suggest placing that block on the lowest level right underneath your sacrum, right where your spine meets the top of the bum. Let the hips fall heavy. Then you can place your arms by your side so they're completely heavy in towards the ground. Close the eyes, deepen those belly breaths in and out. And as we draw a little more stillness to the body, can you keep the flow of the breath moving in an intentional in and out of the body? And check into your body. Options are to stay here, or we're going to slowly lift our legs up towards the sky. So these can be straight legs reaching all the way up, piked straight towards the ceiling, to find the space where they're completely kind of just weightless and effortlessly hanging out there. Arms are still heavy by the sides. If this is too much for the hamstrings or the backs of the legs, option is to just bend your knees at 90 degrees and you're getting the same deep benefits to the body. So close down the eyes, let this deep, deep sensation of fluid moving from the legs just soak in. Take 3 more deep, long breaths. Take a deep breath in, and a full breath out. And I say as slowly as you can. Please milk this as much as you can. So slowly begin to lower the soles of the feet to the ground by bending through the knees. And go even slower, 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 until you finally release the soles of the feet towards the ground. Notice the moment the feet touch. And just notice the rushes of energy to the legs, the sensations that draw up after that pose. And slow inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up, just move that block out of the way. Then slowly lower the spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Again, if you need anything to release that, moving knees side to side or hugging knees to just take a moment. And then you can slowly lengthen the legs down the mat, taking the feet mat distance apart. And allowing the pinky toes to fall heavy. You can press into the back of the skull to draw the shoulders all the way down the back. And place your left hand on top of the heart, on top of the chest. Place your right hand on top of the belly. And so close down through the eyes. And begin to let go of your breath. Can you soften through the muscles of the body? Through the forehead, through the eyes, through the jaw, even through the root of your tongue. And then give yourself permission to let go of this practice, to let go of your day, and to allow yourself to just be in stillness, to calm this body, this mind for rest. And so take as much time as you need in this space that you have created. Namaste to you.